Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today's video, I want to show you guys how I was able to farm not one, but two 400 plus speed champions on my account, no gear swapping, and fully free to play. So I'm going to show you guys all the tips and areas that you guys can focus on to maximize your chances at building the fastest champion you can for your account and progression. So let's jump right into it. All right, so the first thing you guys need to know is that the gear, especially acquired free to play, does not happen overnight. It does take a long time to acquire because you are limited by your energy and your actual progression in the dungeons. Obviously, if you're a spender, you can buy speed packs and stuff, and that's going to be able to enable you to go, get really fast gear really fast, or at least boost your chances of doing so. I'm going to show you guys my champions that are actually 400 speed, and I'm going to show you guys how I actually went about basically finding the pieces for these champions. So number one, I have my Sifi here. She's 114 base speed. That's the second fastest speed in the game. The fastest speed is 115. So you see here, she's actually 413 speed. Her glyphs are not fully maxed out. So I'll just quickly hop over the pieces here real quick so you guys have a general idea of what I'm working with. My second fastest champion is actually a champion that everybody should probably have, and it's going to be Arbiter. Arbiter comes in at 110 speed and base speed, and I have her at 411. So these are my two champions, two separate gear sets, 400 speed each. And I'll hop over and show you guys the gear sets here real quick. You guys can take a quick snapshot if you guys want. But I'm going to show you guys how I went about getting these pieces. So first of all, you guys have to focus. I'm going to start actually my tips based on the ease of accessibility into like the most whale or endgame or least accessible for a free-to-play player. So first off, you guys need to focus on these boosted speed events. So you see, it used to be 2x, now it's 3x. So these are really good opportunities to pick up some extra speed pieces. I believe there's 11 sets in the dragon dungeon. So let's hop into this real quick. So dungeon, you get the speed set from the dungeon, from the dragon dungeon. 2, 4, 6, 9. Sorry. So there's 9 different sets, and if you get, for example, 3x boosted, dragon speed sets, that means you're gonna have 3 out of the possible 12 sets to drop. So that's 75% chance you will not get a speed piece, and 25% chance you will get a speed piece on every single run. So best place to farm for dungeons, if you guys didn't know, 24 actually give you the highest quality number of quality pieces. So this includes 6-star epic pieces as well as legendary pieces. 25, it gives you more, very slightly more 6-star legendary pieces, but you lose out on the 6-star epic pieces significantly. Also 25 is good for CVC points. But 24 is probably where you should be focusing your energy, especially during these events. So during a 2x or 3x speed event, definitely farm dragon if you guys are looking to boost up your speed. All right, so popping back here, we're going to go to the forge. So at the forge, one of the key pieces here is actually perception. Farming the material for perception gear you get from the faction wars. Using this material to craft perception gear is actually very important because you get tons of this gear, and it's kind of like a mini speed set. You get only 5%, but it is a mini speed set. I actually use some perception pieces myself for, obviously you get good speed rolls on them, and you get a small 5% bonus. It's not 12% like the speed set, but an extra 5% is very nice to add on top. So definitely focus here. Make sure you guys do your faction wars to get the materials so you guys can craft some perception gear. All right, my next tip is actually in terms of gear rolling. So this is kind of a strategy for maybe slightly more than mid game, because now you have extra silver. So when I say roll gear, obviously if you want to be efficient, you want to roll it during the artifact enhancement events. So what I would do is basically I farm gear and I would basically leave them unrolled and wait for these artifact enhancement events. So what I recommend, if you want to increase your chances of getting very fast pieces, is basically save any 6-star legendary or better, so legendary mythical piece with a speed sub roll, and then at least roll it to 4 during one of these artifact enhancement events so that you can at least get some points back. And then you can just sell it right away if you don't hit the desired stat. So for example, I'll show you guys a couple pieces here. So I'm gonna go. Sorry. So primary stat, flat HP, flat attack, flat defense. So all these pieces are basically pieces that you would instantly sell. I know a lot of people would just instantly sell this. However, what I would do is basically I would at least take a look, try to roll speed, and then obviously you keep rolling if it hits speed. These pieces are really good because they can definitely high roll, and they're better than pieces that are not. And once you start having a big roster, having really fast pieces just to complete builds is actually really nice. So if you have a speed tune team, but you need to hit these required speeds, use these bad off-piece pieces with really bad main stats, but then they roll really strong speed rolls. So for example here, this life set is basically bad, right? And then you have flat attack, this is horrible, but you got triple speed here. So you might use this for like a speed tune team on a champion that doesn't really matter. For example, like for Iron Twins, I use a level 30 Painkeeper just to hit a proper speed so she can do the reset. So I can have my Iron Twins team work. Here's another example, flat defense speed, but boom, there it is, a quad speed. So these pieces, although they're very bad and they're probably instantly sold, mostly they did hit quite high on the speed for me, so I ended up keeping it. For example, Righteous has a 10 speed bonus here and it hit triple speed here, even on a flat defense glove. So this is what I mean by taking your chances rolling pieces of gear. Because if it's in the right set and you need it to complete certain builds or something, it's worthwhile to have. And this is how you get super fast champions. So for example here, I guess we can go back to the Arbiter, one of my 400 plus speed champions. And you can see her glove here is actually flat attack, but it's the fastest glove on my account. Almost perfect triple speed roll with the max glyph. So it's almost the best triple roll you can get, and it's on a flat attack glove. I don't have another choice because it is the fastest glove on my account. But yeah, like I said, otherwise this is an automatic sell, but because it hit the triple speed, is instantly the best speed glove on my account. So all right, moving on. So make sure this next tip is very basic, but make sure you guys do your classic arena battles to make sure that you guys ensure to get your tier bonus chest at the end of the week. They do drop the divine speed set pieces. It gives you a little bit extra gear that you otherwise would not have. So make sure you guys are completing your arena fights every day so you get some of these pieces. 5 stars, not necessarily that great, but it does give you a chance at the 6-star gear, which is basically a 6-star speed piece. Another thing to actually consider is that some people actually finish their great halls and don't bother doing the arena fights anymore. I actually encourage people to do the arena battles as per normal. So make sure you guys keep doing these arena battles so you guys can collect this gold medal chest, because you never know when you're going to land on a 6-piece divine speed piece or 6-star divine speed piece or like a boot or something like that that's going to be useful. Here we didn't hit anything too good, so it's probably going to be mostly a sell. I'll look at that later, but definitely I encourage you guys to continue doing your arena battles as well. All right, moving on. So the next tip is a little bit more advanced, so people that don't have access to or are not capable of doing will have a much harder time, but in the end you guys will need to focus on this, and that is Hydra. So Hydra, there's 2 parts of Hydra, right? So you have normal Hydra and then you have Hydra Clash. So Hydra Clash gives you Hydra accessories, which are really, really good, especially when it comes to making your champions really fast. So the 2 parts here are you need to farm normal Hydra to get protection set. So what you're getting here is the you get the protection set from the from the Hydra boss, and you get the protection accessories from the Hydra Clash. So for example, here I have the protection. This is the protection helmet, for example. You get it from the Hydra normal chest. And you see here, you get 24 speed for a 5-piece bonus here. So with the introduction of the protection rings that you get from the Hydra Clash weekly tournaments, they're both weekly, sorry, but Hydra Clash is against another clan. you get access to these accessories, and these accessories make putting sets together very like easily, I guess, because they free up some spots for you to add more and more different sets. So the combination of sets are very cool. Make sure you guys focus on this. This is how you get your champions really fast. And this is kind of how I got my champions over 400 speed with the addition of these accessories. So I was lucky enough to get Sifi with 2 protection accessories. And then here, Arbiter with 2 protection accessories as well. I'm waiting to roll these up, waiting for the artifact enhancement event. But because I got 2 of these and this weapon here, I was able to complete a 3-piece for 12 extra speed. So, and it allowed me to use this quad off piece. This is a max speed quad piece. 30 is the max on a quad. So it allowed me to use this piece. Otherwise, in past, you would have to use 3 speed sets here, and then you wouldn't be able to use the off piece. So the Hydra Clash protection set and the protection set accessories definitely open up some combinations that we haven't seen yet. So that's why you're going to see some really insane champions coming up pretty soon. All right, so my next tip comes from the Faction Wars. Make sure you guys are farming Faction Wars 20 or 21. 20 and 21 have the best chance of dropping the highest speed glyphs. So you need the glyphs to give your gear the extra boost. 20 and 21 give the same chance for glyphs. However, 21 gives you more material. So if you can farm 21, that would be ideal. 21 also gives you a ton more CVC points compared to 20. So make sure you guys got 21 on farm. Make sure you guys do all those every days. Of course, to farm perception material and those big glyphs. So you can see here, I'm showing you guys my glyph stash is actually quite low. I don't have that many because I've actually been using them pretty steadily. The big glyphs are obviously the biggest prize for the Faction Wars farming. All right, now we're entering some of the more whale super endgame stuff that might not apply to everyone because it might be just out of reach for everyone. But obviously, Sand Devil's Necropolis, farming the oils so you can re-roll certain items. Mainly, you want to re-roll the boots. If you have speed boots, you want obviously the speed ascension on them. So you want these speed main and then you want the speed ascension. If you whiff on the ascension, then of course you can rework them with your dust. So this is very obviously very end game. The dust only comes from level 25 and it's very expensive to re-roll in terms of energy. So obviously use it very sparingly, but this gives you a solid 12 speed boost from your boot. And yeah, these are some of the more end game ways to get some more speed for sure. So on that same thought, we're heading to the reworks. So reworking, you want to use the Chaos Ore. So what the Chaos Ore does is change the entire item, basically, from the main stat all the way to the substats. So if you have, for example, an item, let's say you have, for example, an item like, I don't know. Let me have a look. Okay, so let's say you have an item like this lifesteal weapon. I got a quad crit rate on it. So if I wanted to rework it, I would use this ore to change this into potentially something else that I want. So in some cases, you want to use this ore on pieces like the speed set or perception set. So let's say you get 4 crit rate on a perception set or a speed set. You can gamble with the ore to try to change that quad roll into a quad speed roll, for example. This really helps for things like banners. So on banners, you can for sure roll like less desirable things and then try to hit the speed on your banner. So for example, this one has triple attack. I can try to roll it into a triple speed and hope for that, for example. But yeah, these are some pretty advanced tactics. Each one of these chaos ores are actually very valuable and they're not easy to get. So definitely use them sparingly and only on the best pieces that you have or the best candidates for the pieces. The best candidates for oring are pieces that are complete garbage and have the potential to be very, like, basically account changing. So that would be a piece that basically, like, for example, like something like this but obviously to a higher extent. This would use a epic ore, right? But you can change the triple crit damage into triple speed, and that potentially could be game changing for some accounts. All right, so moving on, the next super whale thing you can do to add speed is actually get the proper blessing. So if you get the proper blessing for your champion, it's going to add an additional 15 speed. So from a 6-star blessing, you're going to get an additional 15 speed. Yes, a 6-star blessing is going to take you forever, especially as free to play unless you get super lucky. But this is one avenue where it can really increase your speed total. On that same thought path, empowerment also gives you plus 10 speed at fully empowered, I believe. I'm not too sure, but I know you can get 10 speed from being empowered. So that's another way of getting additional speed. And then probably the last thing you can do to get additional speed is actually fill out your faction guardians. So this will come from time as you acquire more champions. Obviously, you have to pull legendaries, but if you can fill out your faction guardians, it's going to give you a solid 10 speed at the very end. But that's going to be a pretty long time. Even for myself, I've been playing for over three and a quarter years. I don't have most of my faction guardians filled out, only on some, and to get the additional 10 speed. So it's a little bit difficult. For my Arbiter, I do have 10 speed on her, and for my Sifi, I do have 10 speed on her as well. But yeah, like I said, this is a very end game method of obviously adding more speed to your champion. All right, so that's gonna be it for the video. To close up, basically you need to grind quite a bit to basically build up your champion for more speed. Speed is still very important even in this meta. Obviously, speed in PvE content is still very important. You need to be faster than the enemies so you get turns and stuff like that. In the arena, of course, it's still very important. Not as important as before, obviously, with reaction and stone skin being so prevalent for so long. Yeah, so anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys learned something. Like I said, I got 2 400 plus speed champions, fully built on my account. I don't need to swap the gear on them or anything. And yeah, it's totally doable. I mean, fully free to play, and hopefully these tips will help some of you guys out. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the video, what you guys think about the tips. If you guys have any tips that I've missed, let me know. I would love to hear it. And yeah, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video.